What's up YouTube and welcome to a competitive Teemo deck. Now first of all, I've written an article or an in-depth deck guide on this deck for runeterraccg.com. I leave the link to that in the comments as well as the description if you want to learn a bit more about the deck, how to play it, how to mulligan and so on. Nonetheless, a brief introduction to the archetype right here. So Teemo Sejuani has been around for quite a while. People used to play it with Piltover and so on, but Bandle City seems to just be the better pairing. And one can see why we now have access to a ridiculous amount of ping effects to the opponent's Nexus, especially with the addition of some of the cards from the newest expansion, like Teenydactyl, Murkwolf, Shaman, Tusk Speaker, just give this deck so much consistency. So we basically follow two game plans simultaneously. One is turbo leveling Sejuani, which is very easy with this deck because we have so many impact triggers and deal 1-2 opponent's Nexus effects. And especially in the current meta, level Sejuani can be quite devastating because there's so much Demacia running around that chain freezing your opponent's board will often just win the game by default. And to be able to damage our opponent's Nexus continuously, we play a very aggressive deck with a low curve. We play plenty of 1-drops that have additional beneficial effects. Ideally, they already get the Nexus ping on turn 1 just through attacking. Then puffcaps will pop at some time in the future, while Inventive Chemist Scrappy Bomb will count down to 0 3 turns later, and that allows for some really cool synergies. We can time it so that it goes off at the start of round 4 or round 5, which means Murkwolf, Shaman, Teenydactyl, or ursine spiritwalker can hit the board while being activated immediately. Keep in mind though that these two only activate their effect at round end, but ursine spiritwalker hits the board as stormclaw ursine immediately if you have already plundered that turn. So a brilliant curve of course is Teenydactyl. On turn 4 it transforms into a terrordactyl and then you'll get the plundered stormclaw ursine immediately. 4 turns, 2, 3, 4, we also have plenty of high utility 2-drops. Tusk Speaker is such a good addition to this deck. So whenever our opponent has the attack token, we can just play it, get that Nexus ping trigger on that turn. And because of the overwhelm keyword, it will very often give us an additional Nexus ping trigger even if it gets blocked, because so many chant blockers just don't have 3 HP in the current meta. Stone Stackers with the impact keyword I think needs no explanation. Conchologist at this point I think doesn't need an explanation neither. It's just a super duper good card and can find us a lot of beneficial spells. Speaking of spells, Three Sisters, for example, is a great pull from Conchologist. We can also pull a bunch of damaging effects like Poison Dart, like Pokey Stick, Lightning Rush can hit our opponent's Nexus, Electro Harpoon, Ice Shard, Flame Spitter can give impact. So Conchologist can find a lot of stuff that benefits our Sejuani game plan. We also play a couple of flexible tools. So Troll Chant is mainly there to snowball our board lead in the early game, protect our aggressive units. Three Sisters and Wallop can be used both offensively and defensively, which makes them very interesting. So if we're facing a Pantheon deck or a Papercraft Dragon deck, we'll often just stun their unit and buy ourselves much more additional turns and more attacks. At the same time, these can be used as finishers though. So Fury of the North is a very evident example, but entombing or walloping an overwhelm blocker. So something tries to block our Sejuani or our Spiritwalker, or rather Stormclaw Ursine, and we just wallop to ensure that the full 6 damage from the Ursine hits the opponent's Nexus. And should that not be enough? Well, we have a couple of ways of not running out of steam. We of course have the draw from Pokey Stick and the Murkwolf Rager, as well as Conchologist's crazy card generation, but Feel the Rush is also a great finisher if we run out of steam or just against decks that are very slow and control oriented. For example, a deck like Darkness can easily deal with a leveled Sejuani or something like Wrath of the Freljord because it takes your whole turn to play the card, it just gets vengeance. But Feel the Rush is a bit of a different animal because we get a 10-10 elusive as well as a 10-10 overwhelm with a potential board freeze, and 1 vengeance will usually not be enough to cut it. So that explains the whole deck. There's a lot of intricate details, little combos and so on to consider. It does require some careful planning, especially with the Sejuani level up triggers to get maximum efficiency. So again, if you need some more knowledge, if you need some more advice on how to play this deck, I have written a more in-depth guide about this, explaining the mulligan decisions, some tech choices, as well as our different win conditions a bit more in detail. And I can also very much wholeheartedly recommend the website in general. Runeterra CCG has a bunch of awesome guides, deck inspirations, like for example this one here, off-meta decks for the current meta, but also matchup tables, meta tier lists, and so on to help you improve. And as always, I also have a bunch of interesting gameplay examples from my live stream if you need some further inspiration on how to play this deck.
Is it the mustache? Who knows?
Alright, I actually can't wait to play this deck. Was the wedding? Hilarious. So over the top. I don't know if we even keep stackers. Oh, we're not playing 3-drops, I suppose we should. No way my opponent has Thermo Beam here, right?
Nothing escapes my watch. A warrior needs a drum beat.
This is such a strong turn 2 play. With any ping-based deck. Okay, that's fair. Okay, so what I could do is open attack and poke this for full overwhelm damage and to keep this alive. If I want to push more damage, I should just develop though. My opponent doesn't have scary 3-drops yet. I also don't really want to use Pokey Stick now. I'd prefer to do it next turn. Thing is, preferably I'd use Poke and Teenydactyl next turn, right? Yeah, let's do that. So we open attack here. Yeah, I think I could go 2-drop and then double 2-drop next turn. My opponent's deck doesn't play board wipes. It might be better than activating the Teenydactyl, and we just kind of skip that one Sejuani trigger, because I could go stack out this turn and then still get the trigger. We wouldn't even skip it. Yeah, let's do this. I think that's way smarter. Let's watch your newest video. What is the type in chat? Just to realize there is none. About 10 times. Yeah, that's what we're here for, though. The big merit of Twitch over YouTube is the interaction. Or rather, I mean, at this point, YouTube has live streaming as well. Just live streaming opposed to VODs. Twitch chat is better. It's probably funnier, yeah. I feel like it's a bit more unhinged, a bit more savage. Music and war? You bring music, really? As a shaman of Great Walrus. What? What is a shaman of Great Walrus? He beats a drum? Okay, that's fair. No cap though, Walrus is my spirit animal. Like, one of my nicknames as a teenager used to be Walrus. I kid you not. Same mustache. That was even before I had the mustache. I don't know why I got the nickname. That was when I was like 14 or 15. But I kind of just stuck with it. It's a cool spirit animal to have. Like, who can honestly, like, who can say that their spirit animal is a walrus? Everyone just says, like, the standard, like, lion, eagle, what else? Wolf. Like, some really edgy stuff. And then you're the person who just says, nah, I don't need any of that. My spirit animal is a freaking walrus. I think I'm feeling pokey into conchologist, and next turn I flip the teeny. I mean, for now I can pass, right? Nakataka, Nakatak. Okay. It's even more cringy, it's a toucan. Toucans are amazing. I don't even know what you mean. Entrapment's kind of funny. It's probably just quicken though.
Let us take a peek at life beneath the waves.
Have you know my high school spirit animal was an owl? But owls are cool. Like anyone who ever watched Harry Potter knows how gangster owls are. Hey, FreshLobster, what's up? Rebranding is not quite done yet, but we'll get there soon. Fresh Walrus? Yeah, Fresh Walrus would also be an epic gamer name. I feel like my spirit animal is a penguin, too fat to fly. Yikes.
We made it. Yay. But our stuff didn't.
You know what else is a really cool spirit animal? Capybaras. I think using wallop offensively makes more sense, right? Does it though? Lose out on an attacker if I do so. I could just quicken and replay Tusk Speaker.
When my song ends, men die.
Raccoon. Now raccoon is kind of random. What? Why is your spirit animal a raccoon? I mean, rhinoceros is pretty cool, I gotta admit. Is Teemo his own spirit animal? Well, Teemo is kind of a hamster, isn't he? A mixture of a hamster and a mouse, I suppose.
We're fine on our own.
Troll chant block kind of makes sense. How do we maximize damage? It's surely wallop offensively and it's surely quicken here. Quicken here, troll chant. No, wait, then I can't replay. Could just block here.
Is key.
Block here, quicken replay. Could troll chant play chemist. It's probably troll chant play chemist, right? Although then I don't have an offensive wallop. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing here. It doesn't really make sense. Could still quicken. Then I lose an attacker. No, we just do this, we play the chemist and we win. Sounds like a plan, right?
Now where did I leave that beaker?
Teemo is definitely a raccoon. How is Teemo a raccoon? Yeah, last turn I could have surely done better. And keeping one of the overwhelms alive would have made a lot of sense for a wallop attack. Teemo's part hamster, part raccoon. Is that actually... Is that so? Is that so? I'm leaning towards just playing chemist to get the landmark rolling. Without leveled Gnar, there's no threat from my opponent's side. They also don't have a pillar in hand yet. Teemo is Tanuki. Is that even a real thing? Do Tanukis even exist? Or are you just making random words up now? And in fact, in my country, we call capybaras chiguires. And when you call someone a chiguires, it's slang for many things, especially untrustworthy. What? Aren't capybaras like the most social animals that ever existed? I can play it right now.
Astounding curiosities lie ahead.
Woo! Sleek Letha. GG. Inventive Chemist. Troll Chant is generally amazing in this matchup. I think I don't mind keeping it. Apart from that, Gnar is the better 4-drop if we already have Chemist on one. That's also a good 4-drop. Oh, we don't play Gnar. What am I saying? Am I the only one who is blocked in platinum? I don't know how to answer that question. Probably not, no. Okay, Vagabond diff. So this game is gonna unfold quite differently than the last one. Like, we probably can't really play for card advantage this time around. Still turn 4. I think I prefer the Nexus pinging, right, over card draw. It's a better stat line, although regen is really nice here. I'm assuming that I have to trade this turn. I think I prefer regen.
The two-headed wolf hunts.
Anyone know the best home air fryer on the market? No, I don't, but it's a quite an important question.
That's right. Run!
Okay, at all costs we try to keep this alive. I mean, there's no point in reducing, like inputting one of the stacks into this trade. Doesn't burp activate the shamans? Yes, it's more about I want to make use of the regeneration here. If I send burp into combat... Well, okay, I suppose with the troll chart backup I could have left it anyways. Just open attack looks good. Tips on navigating through this meta, it feels a lot worse than the previous metas. Well, what feels worse? Okay, this kind of sucks though. I mean, we got a good trade, which is quite key, but... Poke Nexus doesn't really make sense. I guess I just play Teeny here. Like, what about this meta feels worse than previous metas?
You're covered.
Down to 2. Okay. Do we want to use this turn? I'm assuming the 5/5 pulse here, right? In this case, I should probably use Stone Stackers as a blocker. Freeze here. Rager can block. My opponent ins and pulls with this one. I can't really rely on them inting though, right? Guess the uninteractivity has increased. Last meta was just Ari Cannon, so if you ignored Ari Cannon, everything else was pretty fun. I mean, Ari Cannon was technically highly interactive, at least for the Ari Cannon deck. Well, yeah, in this case, it would have been better to do it differently. Interesting. Okay, there we go. I guess we just freeze the bruiser as also shuts down the strike. This can go through, no problem. I get the point though, yeah. I mean, if you want interactivity, you can still play Darkness. But the power creep has been real recently, for sure. I almost don't want to play Sejuani now. I need her to chain freeze the board later on. But I don't get any good attack if I do so. I could pokey stick Nexus, play another burb. I guess we kind of have to play Sejuani. Concerted is not that big of a deal right now.
Quick hands make quick work.
Surely smells like a concerted strike. Looks about fine here. Most annoying thing would be like phantom block single combat here and we're not pushing, like we're not getting a trigger this turn.
No closer.
Where am I from in Germany? Heidelberg. No, don't do it. But I mean, if we remove this without it generating a lucky find, we're probably winning the value game.
Face me, coward.
I don't know. Yeah, I do agree though the meta is kind of weird. But people will always complain about metas. There's always like some upsides and some downsides. The upside on this one is games are pretty fast on average, and a lot of people do like that. It's very friendly to mobile players, for example. Metas there have been worse before, yeah. I mean, some decks and some cards are probably overtuned, and Bandle City as a region is completely overtuned. It's a city here in South Africa called Heidelberg too. Yeah, I've been there actually. Does not resemble this Heidelberg right here though. I think there's one in the US as well.
Nothing's lost. It's just waiting to be
Uh-oh.
And you won't believe what we found today.
I mean, ping stun, I guess. What else? Play Murkwolf to threaten the Treasure Seeker block.
With two minds, honor the Murkwolf.
Honor the Murkwolf. What is Murkwolf even? Okay, that's annoying. Do I ever let Sivir trade? That doesn't seem good, right? I could poke here and stun. No, that doesn't look good. Okay. And what's the downside of using the pokey stick? We cannot activate Sejuani at will next turn. Wolves in League of Legends jungle camp? That's very anticlimactic. They're super weak, aren't they?
My shield is yours.
Pre-combat makes less sense, right? Otherwise... that's a lot of damage though. Like, I could stun pre-combat. I would sack this to a Sandstone Charger. If I don't do it pre-combat, take this block, that's 13 coming through. I almost think I need to go very low on HP here. Do take this, block here. It's 8 damage coming through, but we lose the Dactyl.
Danger.
Danger pays.
That seems incorrect. I think Sivir pulls the dactyl.
Protect and strike.
Well, the question is, do I go double value trade here? Trade this into this. Like, Sivir rolling another spell shield is devastating. Apart from that, this looks fine. Please no Shaped Stone. Shaped Stone here is really scary. Did not see Shaped Stone be played yet. Ah. Guess we gotta try to take out Sivir here.
It's never too far.
Oh, natural gifted gamer.
Pain is nothing.
Aegis wouldn't be too horrible right now, I think. It does kind of suck we're not getting a ping this turn. Oh, I didn't pay attention if that was played from left or right. Don't think this attacks. Okay, nice.
The winter's claw endures.
Okay, okay. We kind of need to find a pokey stick here.
You cannot run from absolute.
Okay, this is somewhat fine.
That gun looks expensive. Can I hold it? No.
Opponent's in top deck mode. If we can take out both of these, we're not in too bad of a spot. I don't think we pre-commit anything. I guess we could freeze this and take it out and still have the stun available. How important is keeping the 5/5 alive? Fury? No, Fury gives him an extra lucky find.
Non-flammable? Is that a challenge?
Against Sharp Sides? I'm not sure how that helps against Sharp Side. You mean Fury Sejuani and let this guy die? If you freeze pre-combat, you lose Sesh to Absolver. Yeah, well, that's a 2 out of 26 chance. We can take it. Open attack looks close to lethal. Well, with the wallop, it might just... Okay, perfect. We're sending it. What is this card? Could be Aegis, could be Concerted? Some spell, probably. GG! That did get pretty close. Our opponent taking out the teenydactyl was quite huge. In League, he's actually a menace. I just like him in Runeterra. Anivia Asol, what am I seeing? What the hell is this? What the hell is this? I love Teemo in League. Yeah, maybe I just never had the coins for him or something, because I loved techies in Dota, but for some reason I never played Teemo in League. Targon's Peak. So much better with Zoe, though. Ah, come on.
Nothing like the great outdoors.
Takis is nerfed now? Why? No!
I'll scout ahead. Not for everyone.
That's some really awkward draw. It's very unusual with this deck. Maybe I should have used this on turn 2. Okay, no ramp. I mean no Targon speak. What am I saying?
Alert the village!
Flame Spitter is kind of fun. Caught in the Cold can take out ramp.
Astounding curiosities lie ahead.
Can't really let my opponent kill off the blue sentinel, otherwise they can enable. Feel the rush. Bit unfortunate for us, we have a very slow start right now, but they can't FTR unless another faces or warding stones. Oh well, I guess now they don't have spell mana. No FTR after all. Can't really think of a lot of cards I should be scared of here. But we don't quite have enough pressure on the next swing neither. Did the resolution downgrade fix the issue? I think so, but I'm not sure if my internet is just randomly stable at this moment. I'm not sure if it's due to the resolution change.
Spoil the surprise? Strike them down. So cute to go.
Okay, what do we do this turn? I can't allow my opponent to play FTR raids, but I kinda also can't stop it. I guess I swing in if, like, protect the Dactyl. If they play Asol, we play Sejuani. Hope our opponent doesn't find Living Legends. Play Sejuani now, they play FTR, I can still fold swing. It's probably Sejuani, right? Because I can freeze their whole board, which means Asol doesn't level.
I was forged by winter. Carved from the sand.
Yeah, this does not seem like a peak deck. It's probably just turbo ramp, FTR. Isn't this end round? With all the ping, end round's really sus though. My opponent plays FTR, I just jump block, like Asol isn't leveled yet. I think it's end round. Well, that's a find. Oh, it doesn't work anymore though.
Snow, wind, and ice.
So we can still stop the leveling with Troll Chant. So what do we need to do? We need to wall up one of the Anivias. Troll Chant the same Anivia so Asol doesn't level, and second Ursine. But we need wall up offensively, right? So what if we play Ursine? Still need another blocker as well. Oh no, we can let one of them hit us. Game's hard. So Ursine, play Troll Chant. Play this guy full swing. Or we play our own FTR next turn. Is that good?
I see the beast inside, shaman. Unleash it!
We beasts know our own kind, Sejuani. To the stars. Persistence is key.
Okay, so now we need to decide whether we want to FTR bop it in or if we try to go... The issue is our opponent blocks 3 units. We can get one of them through with wallop, that's 6 total damage.
I will search.
I think we have to FTR. Otherwise we're just not getting enough damage in. So we got 9 total right now. Tusk Speaker doesn't really help. Needed to attack last turn. I'm not sure if that would have helped. I think we just do this and hope our opponent greeted Living Legends and didn't pick Supernova. Giga Chat, 10-10 elusive overwhelm. Oh yeah, they FTR'd the Asol, that's true. It's a random Celestial card. So Comet sucks, Crescent Strike sucks. Cosmic Inspiration slightly sucks. Supernova Giga sucks.
Face me, coward!
And we know it's a spell. Slow speed or fast, but there's no fast speed Celestials. Avalanche? Avalanche loses though, right?
Swiftly.
I will endure! I
Freeze, I suppose? Oof.
the chill before the storm.
Third Anivia.
Think they can see me?
I protect this place. I will endure.
Alright, puffcaps, let's go.
I do love an audience.
For my homeland.
Do we ever double Troll Chant to keep her alive? I don't think so, right? It's likely my opponent has Avalanche or Ravine.
Bring me chaos.
The egg dies, does it come back as a 10-10 Anivia? No idea, actually. But, like, I don't think the stat line really matter. Well, I guess the 10 HP would matter, yeah. Maya ESL, thank you for the prime. So the question is pretty much just how much, like, healing, how many freezes does my opponent have? We might hold more catalysts. I'm not sure if they can fit in star shapings into this list. I kill off one of the Anivias, the buffed one actually. Wait, I can take out the second Anivia. Oh no, I can't. Oh, that would be amazing. Oh wait, they don't even take it out. She revives first. Ah, that sucks. Wallop means 6 damage, potentially. Oh, not really, right? Doesn't make much of a difference if Asol or Anivia blocks. Walloping the egg technically doesn't make sense. I need to wallop the Sejuani blocker.
The Freljord's eternal guardian. Tomorrow lies anew.
Now they'll pay attention.
Armed and ready.
Bristle, attack. I protect this place.
Okay, now it gets interesting. Ooh, I think we might have won. That's a whiff. 10-10 Teemo with a hyper carry, let's go.
Mushrooms. Ooh, quite a collection.
That was an interesting game, holy smokes.
A Bandle scout leaves no trace.
And beating a freaking ultra ramped deck on like turn 12? That's crazy.